So without further ado, we move on to the Van Fleet Awards ceremony. Now, just to give a little recap again about this award, the General James A. Van Fleet Award is given annually by the Korea Society, and it's awarded to one or more distinguished Koreans or Americans in recognition of their outstanding contributions to the promotion of U.S.-Korea relations. This year's awards go to Yoon Yoon, as mentioned before, Chairman of the Board at FILA Holdings Corporation and Acushnet Holdings Corporation, as well as Seri Pak, Seri, South Korea's legendary former professional golfer, in recognition of the two organizations' extraordinary contributions to elevating South Korea's global stature through the world of sports. So first up, in order to get to know the full scope of the impact that our awardees have made towards South Korea's growth and development, please once again turn your attention to the screens so that we can show you the significant contributions made by our first Van Fleet awardee, Chairman Yoon.
내 80인생에서 가장 중요한 것 단연코 성실, 도전, 정직입니다. 모든 것을 성실하게 실패를 두려워하지 않고 도전하고 정직하게 임하는 것, 그 세 가지를 가장 중요하게 생각합니다.
Even today, Chairman Yoon is ready to depart for wherever business calls. The Americas, in particular, are a region where he focuses his keen attention, both for business opportunities and international relations.
우선은 한미 간의 경제 통상관계, 여기 많이 기여를 하셨다. 신발, 이런 걸 이제 미국에다 또 엄청 이제 수출하는 그 계기를 만드셨고, 한미 동맹재단, 주한미군 전회 이런 걸 만드는데 아주 솔선수범해서 주도적으로 참여를 하시고,
한미 간의 관계가 돈독해야 된다. 한국에 가서 근무했던 사람들이 미국에 들어가서 리타이어한 사람들, 장정들 모임, 활동할 수 있게 지원도 해주고.
His accomplishments in business and relationships, founded on honesty, have stood the test of time. Rather than fading, they've grown more impressive over the years.
Even though you have a certain innovative idea, unless you have some gut ready to take the risk, you cannot make it happen. You have to take the risk. 오로지 도전을 통해 성장할 수 있었습니다. 이 모든 도전의 순간 벅찰 때도 있었고 피하고 싶을 때도 있었습니다. 지금도 안주할 수 없습니다. 오늘의 의미 있는 모든 영광을 여러분과 함께 하고자 합니다.
So I'd like to invite Ambassador Stevens, President Tom Byrne, and Chairman Yoon to the stage for the award ceremony and for the presentation of this first award.
Yeah, come on up. Not quite we went through this a little while ago, but let's see if we can pull it off. So I just wanted to say that that's a very stirring video that you did, Chairman. And I first met Gene at FILA's headquarters in Seoul in the first business meeting on the first day on the job when I joined the Korea Society 9 years ago. And I didn't know exactly what I was getting into joining the Korea Society. I had some trepidation, but in meeting Gene, I realized I had met someone very special And also in meeting Gene, I realized I was getting into something really special working for the Korea Society. I've known Gene very well over the years. We met in Seoul and in New York City. And Gene is modest of his amazing business accomplishments. Resurrecting FILA is the way one newspaper article put it, and also in acquiring Acushnet. And there's another side of Gene that came across in the video, his deep commitment to the ROK-US alliance. Gene has been a major sponsor of the Korean-US Alliance Foundation, which in turn funds the Korea Defense Veterans Association here in the US. Gene has also been a very generous supporter of the Korea Society, including his leading role as a sponsor and sometimes player at the Society's annual Van Fleet Memorial Golf Outing and Tournament. It really is a great honor to introduce Chairman Yoon, whose life work has deepened ties between Korea and the United States. This is where we improvise.
Thank you to the moderator. Good evening, friends, and all distinguished guests who are here tonight. Thank you. First of all, I would like to express my profound, gratitude to both Kathy Stevens, Chairman of the Korea Society, and Thomas Bond, President and CEO of Korea Society. Kathy and Tom, it's wonderful to see you here in New York again. Time has flown since I had pleasure of having a lunch together with you guys in Seoul on June 19 during your last visit to Korea. Indeed, it's a great privilege to be here with you all as we celebrate the ties that form an unbreakable bond between Korea and United States. I feel extremely honored to be recognized by the Korea Society with an award that carries the legacy of General James A. Van Fleet, and which has been held by the great moguls of the political and business leadership since it was first introduced in 1992. I was born in remote boondocks called Bibongmyeon, Hwaseong-gun, Gyeonggi Province in South Korea in 1945. When I was only 100 days old, I lost my mother, and I was raised by my aunt. Despite the challenge I faced early in my life, I recognized the importance of the education, particularly learning English for my future life. When the time came to be drafted for the military service, I was lucky enough to be chosen as a Kutuzov soldier which allowed me to build my talent for an English-speaking ability living together with American native soldiers for 3 years of my entire military service. Looking back, I can clearly see the great benefit of my 3-year-long Kutuzza experience when I could broaden my global perspective. Such Kutuzza experience was pivotal in bridging the gap for me between Korea and the US. My journey continued as I took on the role of the local buyer for JCPenney Korea branch office from 1975 to the 1981. JCPenney was one of the world's largest US retail chain at the time. My 7 years with JCPenney were akin to earning an MBA, providing invaluable lessons in trade and networking and global business operations. Later, these experiences were instrumental when I acquired global trademark of the world leading sports fashion brand, Italian origin FILA, from the American private equity fund Cerberus Capital in 2007, along with my longtime American business friend, John Epstein. Reflecting, further on my personal ties to the U.S., I cannot overlook the Acushnet acquisition deal, of which in 2011 has been one of my proudest career achievements, along with my same American business friend, John Epstein. Unfortunately, he died of the heart failure in 2019 at his age of 65. Acushnet remains a true American success story, symbolizing what is possible when people from Korea and the US strive together to reach new heights in the business. This achievement rose from the unique environment in which I was born and raised, a country with significant geopolitical risks. Korea is still technically at war with a fragile armistice. National security is of utmost importance, and alliance with the US has always been crucial. This environment led me to be drafted as a Kutuzza soldier, strengthening my ties with the US military. Understanding the critical role this partnership plays, I am deeply honored and grateful to be recognized with this award. Throughout the decades, bond between Korea and US has been grown stronger, encompassing various fields, including trade and culture, technology. This robust partnership has paved the way for the numerous collaborative success, fostering mutual growth and prosperity. Both sports fashion and golf industries serve as a prime example of this collaboration. Yet our collaboration goes beyond commerce. The fashion industry today faces several macro challenges, from the environmental impacts to the ethics of the labor practices. The rapid changes in the consumer behavior and the demand for the transparency and sustainability are reshaping the entire sector. We must confront issues such as carbon emissions, waste management, and water usage head-on. It's imperative that we innovate and collaborate across the border to develop more sustainable ways to work together to lead the industry. This is not only a business imperative, but a moral one. Cooperation between Korea and the US is crucial in setting the standard that can be emulated globally. By prioritizing sustainability, we can ensure that the fashion and golf industries contribute positively to our planet and society, creating a legacy of the responsibility and care for future generations. When I compare where I stand now with where I was a young boy in Korea, I see that no matter how difficult challenges may appear today, we can overcome them just as we have before. And we shall do so in defense of our shared values such as freedom, free enterprise, and human rights, and in pursuit of the mutual and sustainable prosperity. There is no question that we could do all these missions much better and easier if we would do together between Korea and US. I have spoken various areas of interest, including my ties to the US, geopolitics, and sustainability. These were all missions to be actively pursued by the General Van Fleet himself as we come full circle to the vital man who lived 100 years. His passion for life, for Korea and US relationship, and for the Korea society itself inspires me. I hope inspires you too, as we pass our responsibility and hopes to the future generation while honoring those who came before us. And so I humbly accept the great honor of the Korea Society General James A. Van Fleet Award, and with it, a greater responsibility for a sustainable future for all. Thank you again and enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Congratulations, Chairman Yoon, and thank you for your service. For those of you who don't know, he mentioned KATUSA, that stands for the Korean Augmentation to the United States Army. It is an alliance between ROK soldiers and American soldiers that does not exist anywhere else in all of the alliances around the world that America has. It's a testament to how seismic the Korean War was, what America's needs were and what Korea's needs were. And there is also a huge testament that you can go and see for yourself in Washington, D.C. KATUSA veterans who have passed on are included at the memorial in D.C. There is no other contingent of forces who work with American soldiers who are given that kind of honor. So thank you once again, Chairman Yoon, for your service. And obviously, it has helped to inform you in your leadership going forward for the next generation. So thank you for that, and congratulations.